Hey Fit Body family, Ben here, and today I wanted to go over a couple different things that I've heard a lot of kind of struggle with, and hopefully being able to give you some different insights that'll help you get closer to your goals, whether it's fitness, whether it's maybe it's personal career, whatever it is. The other day that your Fit Body leadership, we had a team meeting. One of the things that we were really talking about was personal goals. Not just fitness related, but just like, where's it that we want to be in a year? And I think we go through this exercise with so many people because you got to have a vision. You got to understand kind of what it is that you're going after. And also challenge everybody with what's that bucket list item? What is that one thing that you really want to do that you've never been able to do before? So one of the things that this is what we're going to be going through over the next month. And it's a book by John Maxwell called How Successful People Grow. And again, you can take a look at it there. I think it's just going through a lot of different principles of, how do you continue to grow? How do you continue to be better as a person and to be able to accomplish your goals? It's just something that's really trying to focus on that of like really a Fit Body Bootcamp, Fit Body Forever. How can we continue to make it better for you guys? The big thing that we were really trying to look at is like, all right, how as your coaches, how can we better ourselves? Because really, if we're not taking care of ourselves, if we're not focusing on that, ultimately the experience there and your results, and everything else is not going to be as good. So there's three key principles here that I want to talk about that is going to be super important that we're, as a team, as a leadership that we're going to be doing here over the next month. But I also challenge you to do the same thing. And the first thing is reading, okay? Just taking like, maybe it's 15, 20, 30 minutes at the beginning of the day. Spending time in, something that's going to help you grow, whether it's quiet time and prayer, whatever it is that, is going to work for you. I mean, personally, that's been a habit that I've been really dedicating, that I got out of things for a little bit and really committing to getting back to that. Maybe it's something else. Maybe you say, well, I don't have time to read. I'm busy and all this stuff. All right, I got you. So this is something that's called Audible. It's an awesome app you can download onto your phone. You figure if you're commuting to work, hey, you got 20, 30, 40 minutes, whatever it is, to listen to something. Or another thing, how about TV? Personally, I am kind of out of the loop on things. I haven't watched TV or committed to a show in probably 3 or 4 years. And I just look at that as like, that time that you're spending 30, 40 minutes, an hour, multiple hours an evening watching TV. What about if you could use that to challenge yourself and grow? Now, kind of coming down to the next thing, number 2 is that food prep, your health, right? We hear so many people say, well, can I modify meal plans? Can I substitute, chicken at night for pizza? Well, you can, but you're not going to see results. So you guys, the big thing, really trying to challenge you with this, you got to get in that habit of food prep. We hear so many people that struggle with the eating, but you got to have the food prep. Taking 1 or 2 days a week. I typically like to do it on Sunday. I'll cook up a bunch of chicken, different beans, maybe some rice, some different veggies, and I partition out my meals for the week. And then, that's what we recommend to everybody to do. And just pick something, and I typically eat the same thing Monday through Friday, and I have a set schedule. All right, at first thing in the morning, I'm going to have this. At 10 a.m., I'm going to have some eggs. After my workout, maybe it's a protein shake, and it just kind of goes through, and at these times, and having that blocked out, okay? So you guys, and the third thing, and I think this is the most important, is that discipline. Okay, it's the discipline to be able to do this, is being able to act upon this, is being able to read, is being able to do your food prep, all right? Because here's the biggest thing, and I kind of looking at this, the discipline, this diagram here is going to be able to lead to balance, right? Because I hear so many people, including myself, this has been something I've been struggling with, is, just working crazy hours, pouring everything that I have into Fit Body, just trying to make it constantly better. And for a while, I got out of balance there, and I'm trying to, this is just my personal, story with things of trying to bring that back around and trying to figure out what does this look like. And it's having this discipline right here of structuring out the schedule of having the things of how you're going to grow, and doing this discipline for self-care, and a way of kind of looking at this because, and I hear this a lot with parents, especially the moms. They pour their entire selves out on their family, their kids, but they don't ever do anything for themselves. They don't take care of themselves. It's this whole thing that's like, if you are not taking care of yourself, and you're on empty, how are you ever going to be able to take care of others? It's kind of, you think about another analogy of thinking about it is, if the plane is crashing, all right, and the oxygen mask drop down, you need to put yours on before you put the mask on your kids, right? And it's that same thing. You got to be able to take care of yourself, and it starts with your health. It talks about, it starts with being able to make sure that you're healthy mentally, and just being able to do that. So you guys, that self-care, and this goes back and forth between this balance here, and it's this discipline of being able to make sure that you're doing all this. You guys, when you have that discipline, when you have that self-care, when you have that balance, the fitness, the food prep, everything else, it's all going to come together, and it's going to be able to take you to new levels. All right, so I challenge you, take these 3 things here and start adding those in. Really commit to it, have that discipline, and we'll see where you're at here in the next month. And if it hasn't absolutely changed your life and committing to it, you just let me know. We'll help you out there. So anyways, hey guys, have an awesome day, and talk to you soon.